Good evening and welcome to Time Out with Sports Adda. Salil Bhavik, today we are marking 15 years of the Indian Premier League. Salil, I'll start with you.
Wow.
How happy are you to know that this was the day when it all began for Indian cricket?
Oh, absolutely. I'm absolutely thrilled, and it takes me back 15 seasons because I saw that match live on, I think, the second or third day of my new job back then. So everyone
Oh,
from office, obviously, when
Oh,
cricket's on, they bunk their seats and they were all in the cafeteria watching this wonderful innings by Brendan McCullum, who happens to be the coach of KKR today. So I think life's in a way come to a full circle with him, being also interviewed on the ground. I think great memories for them as well as all of us as viewers.
absolutely. Bhavik, what about you? How has IPL taken your life ahead and how has IPL impacted you as a cricket lover in all these years?
well, this is a competition that we wait for in any cricketing calendar. This is one of the biggest T20 leagues in the world. We have seen so many great players evolving in IPL, representing their countries, and so many setbacks, upsets, and it's been a thrilling tournament for everyone to witness. Be it players, be it spectators, be it the spectators who are inside the stadium. It's just a
Yeah.
swashbuckling ride, and let's just hope that it continues to grow.
Absolutely. The team that played the first game of the IPL, that was the Kolkata Knight Riders, and the team that won the first edition of the IPL, Rajasthan Royals, going head to head. It's a big encounter.
Yeah.
Okay, and Rajasthan being put into bat first. Salil, if we can have a look at the lineups, and you could tell me that how does this team look? There are a few changes in the side. If you could tell me what is so good about this side.
Well, I think they've got a little bit of balance back. Sadly, Neesham goes out for Trent Bolt, who's been brilliant for them at the start. You have an Obed McCoy making his debut in the bowling department, and Karun Nair has entered the team to solidify his place in the middle order of this team, which I think is a little shaky. You don't want to get a Hetmeyer before on your
Mm-hmm.
eighth or ninth over. Sometimes when you miss your top three, this is what happens. So I think all in all, this is a very good side. They just need to click. Both Butler and Samson haven't clicked after the first two, three matches. Reason being why they've,
Yeah.
they've not continued with their first solid win. If you remember, we spoke at the start of the tournament. Rajasthan always starts with a big bang, and somewhere in the middle they lose their way. So they've been making these
Yeah.
stages, and you saw Ashwin coming to bat at number three in the last match. So they try their bits, and I hope they don't lose their wits. So let's hope for a good game today.
Okay, so Bhavik, asking you now, KKR, you look like a formidable side, one of the favorites when it's about the bowling attack, and they are bowling here, such a lethal side. If you can have a look at their lineup, and
Mhm.
what do you think of this playing 11? Is it a great one?
Well, not a great lineup here. Aaron Finch, who has sort of been looked out of form since a big time now. It's not that he's not scoring runs in the recent times. Also with Venkatesh Iyer, I don't know, the knack of playing in the middle order has taken a toll on him, and even he has sort of looked sketchy in front of the new ball. While then again, you have Nitish Rana and Shreyas Iyer in the middle. Nitish Rana found some form in the last game, but then again, the consistency would be the key there. So the top four, while Sheldon, Russell, and Pat Cummins would surely be here to finish the games. But yes, settled lineup. What we can make out here. But let's see how much they can sort of restrict RR2, because RR is someone who will just go after the attack. But at the same time, the spin twins here, Sunil Naren and Varun Chakravarti, will play an important role in this game, in the first innings, to be precise.
Yeah. I mean, just
Okay,
to
then
add to what
that's a brilliant.
Bhavik
Yeah.
said, Yash, I think these two spinners that have been so effective for them last season. Varun Chakravarti has been quite rusty, and that might be one of the reasons why they've been conceding more than enough runs. And the three out of the five matches that they won, it was one because of the heroics of Pat Cummins,
Pat
and the other
Cummins,
was the
Yeah.
heroics of Andre
Russell.
Russell. So they've never had, while they have names on the sheet, they've never had a totally gelled performance. Maybe the first game was like that, but something that you can call that the team is working closely like an engine, and they're working together. It's been scrappy so far for KKR.
It has been because KKR have a great 8 over between these two bowlers, like you said, and probably because Varun Chakravarti is going for runs, it's a lot of pressure on Sunil Narine. He cannot always take wickets and always concede less than
Yeah,
30. So that is where I think the whole dynamic is shifting. But if you look at Rajasthan Royals, they've got some great form in form. Josh Butler, he's not played well, like you said, in the last couple of games. Still, holding the orange cap, and he's been batting really well. So, Bhavik, if I ask you first, that how do Rajasthan go in this encounter? They've not had they've become shaky. Okay, they started well. They lost the last game against Gujarat. Now coming in this game, how do you think they would line up against a brilliant bowling lineup like KKR is?
See, they have, what it takes to play spin well. They have, Karun Nair now at number four. He might just play at number three. We might see Sanju Samson coming at four, but they have someone who
Yeah,
can negate spin well. So, this is something that is, strategically think about by the RR, unit. But then again, you know, thinking part and execution part, it just doesn't fit right. You have to execute your
yeah,
plans, whatever you have, sort of made against a particular attack. Of course, yes, they have been very effective, but at the same time, Umesh Yadav is someone who might just, trouble Josh Butler, because with the kind of form he is in, it will be very important to see this battle, Umesh Yadav versus Josh Butler. So
good
exciting,
matchup.
matchup. But then again, let's hope Josh Butler, let's hope for Josh Butler to find some form here, and even Sanju
yeah,
Samson, because two good innings again. Two, it's a sloppy sort of a form that we have always seen
yeah.
Sanju
You're right.
Samson
Yeah.
been into. He had a good IPL last time around, but then again, two bad matches for him. So let's hope that Rajasthan would, sort of turn around these events into some good performances in this first innings.
Absolutely. Let's just hope that the magic of Sanju's pencil starts working and we all see some fireworks today. So, before we go ahead, we will be making a few predictions. It's the fun part of this show. It's prediction time. Okay, so Bhavik, the
Yes.
reigning champion since the start of this prediction of this year's IPL, and Salil has also been there. I think it's just 1-2, difference of winning from both of y'all. So if we just start off this prediction, the batting prediction that I'll make first is any batsman to score 50. I think yes, there is going to be a 50 today because I think it's a good batting pitch overall. And now, because of a lot of matches played on the pitch has started to take shape. And I think that the form is the key here for Josh Butler or Sanju Samson to get a big score today. That's my first prediction.
Yeah.
Second one, probably a bit controversial. Umesh Yadav to not take 2 wickets because I think that is why I've been losing all my predictions because I'm trying to go way bold than the normal ones because I don't think he will take two
कुछ
wickets
नहीं है ऐसा.
and it is just going to be 1 wicket for Umesh Yadav or probably none. And my final prediction would be power play score for Rajasthan to be more than 50 because if Butler gets going, mind you, he's going to score 50 of
Three
them
overs,
by his
50.
own self. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Good
Salil,
ones there.
sorry,
Yes.
your turn.
I'll go with mine. The batting prediction I have is Rajasthan's top batsman would be Josh Butler. They're playing on a pitch
Yes,
which is conducive to batting, and also Rajasthan has won all their matches batting first in this tournament. I give him all the
yeah,
chance to score a chunk of the runs and be our top batter. The second
right.
prediction is a bowling prediction, not something that you would have expected from me because I had high praises for Varun Chakravarti, but I think he will go for more than 30 runs. They will take him on as we've seen him. The players go with the flow and just play in the line of the ball, and they're scoring him for boundaries. So he needs to have a trick or two up his sleeve, or he's going for runs. And my third and final prediction is RR's first wicket will fall under 30 runs. I think Trent Bolt,
Ooh,
So that is Devdutt
sorry, I think
Patikal
Pat
falling
Cummins,
in.
Umesh Yadav might have something to do. Over to Bhavik.
Correct. Yes. So coming on to my prediction, my first prediction here is Shimron Hetmeyer to hit more than five boundaries, which is fours and sixes combined. I guess after Josh
Absolutely.
Butler, he has been the best batsman for Rajasthan. He's been finishing the games for
He
them.
has.
In one of the innings, he sort of rescued them from a pressure situation, scored some 60 odd. So yes, today itself, I'm sort of backing him to hit those five boundaries
Batting
more than,
strike
in
rate
fact.
to in the death overs.
Incredible, incredible,
Yeah.
truly incredible.
Best in the
So
tournament.
yes, so my second prediction here, my bowling prediction would be Sunil Naren to be the top bowler for KKR. Knowing that he's not been in the wicket taking list, but then again the economy
Yeah.
factor as we speak, just hats off to the magician. He's been top notch, with the lens
Yeah.
that he's delivering and the mystery that he carries with him.
He's got a
So
good
yes,
economy.
my excellent. So my top bowler is Sunil Naren, while my final prediction here, Rajasthan Royals to score more than
Yeah.
160 runs. Uh, Again, batting first, you will have a sort of
Yeah.
pressure in that sort of a space that okay, how much do we need to score? Is 170 enough? Is 180 enough? And you're batting on a CCI wicket. So once even 180 is not enough there on given days. So yes, RR I feel will go all bounty and will score more than 160 runs.
Yeah.
Excellent predictions. Wow. So before we end
Thank
this
you.
show, Salil, I want to take your opinion as to what is your prediction for the team that is going to come out victorious, and which player do you think is the most bankable player according to you, or who you would put your money on in today's fixture?
I think the way you look at the two teams, I think the RR lower middle order is excellent with Hetmeyer there. He's my man to watch. I think I'll go with Bhavik's first prediction there. He's really setting up those matches, 4 out of 5 ones. He's the one who's been there. Even in a losing cause, he's been the one who's performed. So I think it heavily banks on that. I think RR will win one because they have a more solid looking lineup and their players have been in form while KKR has a few
Yeah.
players and a few combinations going a little rusty, where their main strategy to strangle the opponent is not happening because Varun Chakravarti is going for runs. He's gone for 15 runs per over in his last match, so that was a terrible outing for them. That's why I think they might not have as many guns as RR has today going into this match and going
Yeah.
into this match losing their previous games. So between both teams, RR is my pick today.
Nice. That's brilliant, Sahil. Because last time I think was the first time in the last two seasons where Varun has not bowled his full quota of 4 overs. Just bowled 3 overs and he went for 45 runs. So you are right
Yeah.
about it. Now over to you, Bhavik. Do you concur with him, or do you think that it's going to be KKR winning today's game?
Well, these are the finalists of last year, and they are pushed onto the wall. So I feel Shreyas Iyer and company with Aaron Finch's experience, in terms of captainship, I'm sure there'll be so much talks in that hurdle, and the pressure would be there, of course. But I really feel KKR tonight, and and they'll
KKR
just
tonight.
win. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a KKR prediction. They
So
are going head
yes,
to head
Come
today.
another tussle,
So
another
on,
tussle.
I
on.
think all I would like to say is
It's the
go
fun.
hard or go home. So a fantastic game on our
Yeah.
hands. Live action coming up. Thank you, Salil. Thank you, Bhavik, for joining with me. This was Time Out with Sports Adda. Take care.